Hi everyone! So I am super excited to be doing a palette bingo. This is a different kind of palette bingo than one I've done before. I'm calling this Powerball palette bingo. I am not taking credit for the name. That is actually my wonderful, beautiful partner. So I've been driving Phil crazy talking about all of my, he's laughing because he knows it's true. I've been driving him crazy talking about all of my ideas and thoughts for all the videos I was going to do over this last month. And one night we were talking and he said, hey, have you ever done anything like this? I said, no, I haven't, but that sounds like a great idea, especially because I just recently did my eyeshadow palette inventory, so it'll make it really easy to pick different palettes. So the whole thing, so normally if you're familiar with a palette bingo, you would have one palette and you would randomly choose shadows from that one palette. This time, it's going to be 4 different palettes with a shadow, a random shadow chosen from each one. So it's a mashup of a bunch of different palettes and I have to use those specific shades to create my eye look. So it's going to be a challenge because I have absolutely no idea what's going to come out of this. It's going to be the first time I've ever done this. Hopefully it goes well. We will see. But I'm actually going to get Phil to help me with this. He's going to do the random generating. So he's got random.org up on his phone. I showed him that. I have my spreadsheet in front of me. So I actually have a couple of extra. So if you saw my eyeshadow palette inventory where I went through every single one, all of those same palettes are still there. I have 2 extras from things that I got for Christmas, but I already added them to my spreadsheet. So I have 71 total palettes. We're gonna pick a palette and then pick the shadow from the palette and then move on. So hopefully that explained everything. I think you can follow along, but we're going to begin now. So you have everything ready?
Sure, yeah, we're ready.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so minimum 1, maximum, oh, wait, it's not 71.
That's not 71, I'm going.
It is 70.
70.
I thought something was wrong, so it is 70 palettes at 71. I only got 2 extras for Christmas. I was looking at the spreadsheet and I was counting the first palette as number 1 when it was actually number 2 because I have a whole title of like the brand name and everything, which I didn't even see. So
Right, for Excel.
Yes, Excel's wonderful. So it is 70 palettes. So what's our first one?
All right. We have number 27.
Number 12, my favorite number. Imagine that.
Imagine my surprise.
It is the Marc Jacobs Scandalous Palette.
Okay, I'm gonna go digging now.
Go digging in this. If it's not in that one, check above. It's a long black palette.
That's not it. That's not it.
If it's not in the top drawer, then it could also be in the right side in the tall drawer, the tall thing. But it's like a long, skinny kind of palette. So it might actually, it wouldn't be down there, I don't think.
Nope, not there.
In the tall thing, check the middle, like that one, yeah. That's
Voila.
it. That's the one. We found it. This is the Scandalous palette, so that is what this palette looks like. We have 7 shadows, so let's pick a random number between 1 and 7.
You get number 5.
Ooh, number 5. Number 5 is this shade right here. So the whole thing with these palettes is they actually tell a story. Each palette name follows along. So this one is called Scandalous, and it says hot pants at the office, cause a fuss. That's why they call her Little Miss Scandalous. So I have the shade that they call her, which is this sort of coppery kind of shade. This is the first shadow right here. They call her from the Scandalous palette. All right, next palette.
All right, 1 to 70.
1 to
Here we
70.
go. 22.
Oh, 22. That is the Laura Mercier Editorial Eye. And that actually might be in the bathroom.
I'll be right back.
It's a little black palette.
Success.
Yes. See, I told you I thought I knew where everything was a little bit. So that is this palette here. Again, it's 7 shadows. So 1 to 7.
1 to 7. All right, you get number 1.
Ooh, and that is a black shadow. That is a matte black eyeshadow. So this, the 2 colors I have so far, we're gonna see what's the next one going to be.
Next up.
Got Halloween colors happening.
Oh dear. Next up, 54.
Ooh. 54 is the Revolution Pro Smoke and Mirrors palette. So that might be in the bottom, or might be the one above.
Smoke and mirrors.
That's it. Thank you. So this is what the Smoke and Mirrors palette looks like. There's a lot of blue shades in here. There's 10 shadows.
10. Okay, we've got number 5.
Ooh, ooh. Number 5 is this shade right here. It really is Halloween colors. Okay, it is. It's orange and white and black. What nothing says the holiday times than Halloween.
Very late December.
Very late December, you know. Okay.
Alright.
One more palette to go. I always pick, some people pick 5 shadows for their palette bingo, but I find that it's too much for my eyes, so I always stick with 4, which is why we are picking 4. All right, next one.
All right, number 4 is 62.
62. 62 is the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. Okay, that is a giant like purple palette. If it's not in the bottom, it should be with the other Urban Decay stuff, which is in the bottom, that bottom tier. You might have to.
I've got the lift things. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's that big purple one.
Oh, the big.
No, yeah, underneath.
The big purple.
The big purple one.
Big purple one. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's solid.
This is all metallic shades, so we'll see what kind of orangey shade I get with this. This is that. That's the Heavy Metals palette. And this, so I'll just show it in chunks because there's that big mirror in the middle. So like one side has these sort of like neutral metallic shades, and then the other side has more colorful metallic shades. So I don't even know what's the best, which would you say to be like the top? Should I go with where I guess where the letters are?
Sure, yeah.
Start, like what would you go across?
Oh, let's see.
Would you go across this way or
well,
like
you've been going across. You've been going across for
all the
other
others.
ones. Yeah, let's go left to right then.
Left to right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how it goes. I'm trying to hold it without reflecting the mirror, but we're basically going to go from left to right, just pretending like the mirror isn't there. So there is 20 shadows.
All right. You're number 6.
Number 6. Number 6 is a blue shade. So number 6 is the shade, I'm trying to show it here, is this shade right here. This blue shimmery metallic shade. Oh dear. Blue and orange. This is a bizarre combination.
Okay.
I'm having many regrets right now.
Well, yeah, you got what you asked for.
Yeah, true. This is it. These are the colors that I have to use to make something happen. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever used this color combination before, so we are gonna have some fun.
Glad I could help.
Thank you. I've never used any of these for palette bingos, so you done good.
I done good.
You done good. Thank you so much, man. Okay, so I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do here, but I think the first thing is that Marc Jacobs shadow, that sort of orangey coppery. I kind of want to build the look around that shadow. This is one of those palettes that I wanted to get more use out of. I haven't really used it very much. So it's nice to see that it kind of holds up. I feel like the very cliche thing to do is like the orange lid and like the blue lower lash line, but maybe I'll do like a blue, like the blue in the inner corner. I don't think it's going to be a very complicated look. So I was just putting that orange shade all over, and I'm going to go back in with my crease brush and just use that same orange in the crease. I thought I also might answer, while I'm putting this together, I thought I might also answer some of the questions from this tag video that I saw, which was the celebrity and influencer beauty brand tag, which I saw on Smoky Glow's channel, and it was a collab with Tara Brooke. And so it's just a bunch of questions that relate to celebrity and influencer beauty brands, and I thought it might be a little interesting because I think I have some opinions, but not necessarily a lot of opinions. I don't think I could do like a dedicated video because I don't think I have enough to talk about for like every category because I just don't have a lot of experience with many brands, especially like newer brands. But the first question is, what are your general thoughts on celeb/influencer beauty brands? And I think it's kind of the new trendy thing. It was Celebs had perfumes for the longest time and clothing lines, and in some cases I truly feel like it's just people putting their names on things that they want to get more exposure from, or because their name holds some sort of value. I wonder, you know, if people are in it for the love of makeup and creating products, or if it's just all about, I'm gonna put the white in the inner corner first, if it's all about just, you know, how much money can be made off of these things. But when they're done well, I feel like they're done really well. There's no real in between with them. They're either great brands or not great brands. The second question is brand that gives off the most cash grab vibes. For me right now, the first thing I thought of is the Jennifer Lopez brand, JLo's skincare brand, because she's really going on this whole like, I don't do Botox or skin treatments. I've never had work done. It's only the magic of these products, which is, come on, not true at all. So that's kind of the one that gives me the most questionable kind of vibes right now, especially because it's produced by the same company that's done some other celebrity brands. It's the same brand that really shows off Proactive. I mentioned it before, and it's not the creators of Proactive, but the people who plug Proactive, who have made millions and millions of dollars because of celebrity endorsements. So I wonder how really JLo was involved in that brand. Next, I'm gonna go in with that blue. Try it as sort of like a highlight. Putting it kind of like on top of that blue in the inner corner. If I have my Duraline, maybe I'll do like a little line of blue on the top as well. I don't find that these shadows are particularly great. I don't think I own a lot from a particular influencer or celebrity brand. Like there's not one that I've really been into. Brand you haven't tried but still want to. Maybe a bit controversial, but I kind of want to try Lady Gaga's brand, which I've never tried. I know part of the issue was because it was for a time limited to Amazon, I believe. I don't really know a whole lot, but I'm kind of curious about what the brand is like, because I feel like I've only heard people talk about it from the ew, oh my god, Amazon perspective, and not from the how are the products. So kind of curious, kind of a little bit. Brand you would be more willing to try if its owner wasn't so problematic. There's a lot of problematic brands, but I don't feel like any like really stand out to me as to ones that I'd want to try. There's always those alternate like what if kind of history things, like what if this was different, what if that was different, but there's nothing I can think of off the top of my head. It would have to be like really a shift in history, I guess. Brand with the most controversial launch. That has to be Jaclyn Hill's brand, right? Because wasn't the lipsticks the first launch of her brand? That has to be the most controversial launch. Maybe even Tati's brand, because when Tati was hyping up her brand, everybody thought she was going to do makeup first, and she had the like vitamins instead, which was very strange considering she really, I mean, I wasn't a huge Tati watcher at the time, but I don't really remember her talking about using vitamins and those sort of things to the extent that she would have a brand with it. So those are two that I can think of as being controversial. These are not all blending well together. Just saying that right now. Trying to get that black shadow to blend in the outer corner, and it is not doing it. It is not doing it. Of course, I'm trying to like layer it on top of the orange as well, and it's not happening. But I'm gonna put some orange blush on, I think. It looks kind of a mess, but I've got a few ideas on what I can do. Yeah, I'm not super happy with that, but A brand that wouldn't have seen the success it's had if it didn't have a famous face behind it. I think that's a lot of brands, to be honest. A lot of brands right now wouldn't do as well if they didn't have the connections to promote it. I really think that goes for every brand. Like, you look at a brand like Fenty, and Rihanna's connections and money got the brand the attention that it very much deserved, but I don't feel like it would have gotten the same attention if it hadn't been Rihanna behind the brand. But I feel like every single celebrity and influencer brand benefits because of the person behind it, not because of what the actual products or motivation is. I can't think of a brand that doesn't rely on its owner for success. That would be a testament to the brand, though, that it can avoid having to rely on its owner. They do rely on the connections, at least, that the owner brought to the brand at the very beginning. Said the other questions, I don't really feel like I have answers for, like brand that surprisingly doesn't align with its owner's persona aesthetic, brand that deserves more hype, brand that doesn't live up to hype. I don't feel like I have an answer for those because I don't have experience with the brands to talk about. But the last question is, who is one celebrity and or influencer you'd love to see come out with their own beauty brand in the future? And I really want someone who is passionate and interested in makeup. There's a few like celebrity makeup artists that I think could do fairly well with their own makeup lines. But again, it's a different thing. It's not necessarily like somebody who is marketed as an influencer or necessarily a celebrity in their own right. I honestly can't think of a single influencer. I was really excited for Samantha Ravindal's brand, which is supposed to be launching soon. So we'll see what that's like, because that was definitely one that was on my list before. And like, I think Angelica Nyqvist would do a really great job as like a brand owner. I think she could have a really cool vision, do some colorful products, things that are a little bit different. I feel like she would have like an indie brand that would sort of fill like a specific niche, and I think that would be really cool. I think that there's definitely some of that missing, some of that like the specific sort of niche kind of products, things that people are aware of missing because they have so much familiarity already with like indie brands, which I feel like Angelica is like a perfect example of that. She's got a lot of experience with indie brands, so she knows where the gaps are. She knows where the things are that are missing. So I'm just using more of that black on my lid. Like I said, the outer of it is like really kind of smudgy, but I'm trying to lean into it. I put some black eyeliner on. And the orange and blue kind of reminds me of a Tide Pod. So I'm blending up the orange pretty high. I'm gonna put false lashes on because I think this look needs it. Had to get some mascara on there. Grabbed the Duraline, and I also grabbed the Too Faced blush, the Papado Peach. I'd love to know your thoughts on influencer brands and celebrity brands. Like, I feel like it really differs. Like, there's celebrities and influencers that have brands that aren't necessarily makeup brands as well. Sometimes that fits better for them, but sometimes it also just seems weird. Like, if your niche on YouTube is makeup, why are you doing a lifestyle brand? It just seems kind of weird sometimes, but I know people go where the money is. I think it's hard to know, like, unless you have like a feel for that particular person, like what they're creating and why. So I'd love to know what other people think. Is there any particular like influencer or celebrity brands that you're really drawn to? Are there any that you specifically avoid? Like, I know that there's influencers that I don't align with, so I definitely just avoid and probably aren't even registering that they have like specific brands at this moment, because it just isn't something that I would ever entertain showing. So trying to get a little bit more of that black on there. So I put the lashes on, which I think just makes the look better. I think the blush helped a lot too. And I'm going to go in with the Duraline and that blue Dive shade to do like a little accent of blue. Because I wanted to put it on after I put the lashes on, because I wanted to make sure that it would be visible. So like the look down. There's that little blue reflect. Dip back into the orange shade. The black is not a very intense black shade. It does seem to have some issues. Just trying to clean up some of that fallout. I'm gonna try that Smoke and Mirrors shade, the white shade that I drew, as a highlight to see how that works. Multi-purpose. So I've got like the flash of blue there, a little bit of blue in the inner corner, and like the tiniest bit of black around, but also black used as a liner. It needs lipstick of some kind as well, but I'm not really feeling anything super dark. I turned around and the first thing I saw was this lip gloss, and this is a Dior lip gloss, and this is number 333. It's like a sparkly orange. So there we have the orange lipstick, and mostly orange eyes with like a little bit of the blue hint, a little bit of the white on the brow bone, inner corner mixed with the blue. Not fully feeling it yet, like I still feel like there's something missing. I'm gonna try that orange shade on my blush brush and see what that looks like. This was a very challenging color combination. I think it was just that orange and that blue that just made it a little challenging. But I think I've done all that I can do. I'm gonna get Phil's opinion. Phil? This was a challenge.
Go on. Oh my goodness, look at the shimmery.
Yeah.
Ooh. A little bit of blue in the corner. Oh my. Alright.
I got all the colors in there.
Well done. Fantastic.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
He's a little shy to be on camera. I'm working on it. I'm trying.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm trying.
We'll see.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Glad I could choose a complicated pack.
Of course, it could be no other way for the very first one. Maybe there'll be more.
Maybe there'll be more.
Yeah, maybe it'll get worse next time.
We'll see.
What do you really think?
Beautiful. I love the blue. Put a blue in the corner. There's a little up here too. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Christmassy, no.
No.
Christmassy, no.
No. No, you mean my snowflake earrings don't go with it?
You did.
Should I get the candy corn earrings?
Yes.
Candy corn earrings and like the orange
ice.
sweater.
A little bit of ice.
Ice.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kashi? What do you think? Come here. What do you think? Do you approve? What do you think? Do you approve? Do I have the cashmere stamp of approval? No. What do you think? No? I don't know if cashmere approves. Anyway, that is all for my Powerball palette bingo. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love to see some other people do this as well. I'm sure other people have done some sort of variation of like the mystery random makeup. There's a cat here now floating. But I would love to see other people do this or do some sort of more variations of palette bingo, honestly. I think it's really fun. I really enjoy watching what other people come up with the random color combinations. And let me know your thoughts on celebrity and influencer makeup brands. So that's why I didn't do a whole separate video about it, because I really don't have a whole lot to talk about. I mean, I have a lot of opinions, but I don't have a whole lot of experience. So I feel like I kind of need to step back a little bit. But I'd like to hear other people's opinions and other people's experiences. If you have opinions about celebrity and influencer makeup brands, definitely share them with me. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.